Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to use the Level Up Wizard and also how to upgrade your system from freemium to premium. So you have at this point completed the initial assessment, you have set up an account, verified your email and set a password, and as you now log in, this is the screen you're going to get that basically reminds you of start doing some Level Up Wizards. So when we come into the dashboard here, you can see that there is already a task that reminds you of do the Level Up Wizard. So what is the Level Up Wizard? Well, it's a deeper assessment into all these various business areas that we have here. And as you can see now in the system, for free is business model and founders and management. We should also unlock all these other business areas, and I will show you how to do that. But to start off then, why don't we just start with business model? It's actually suggested here already that we should start with a business model. But you can also go to the Level Up Wizard here, and it will basically allow you to select which business area you would like to focus on. And you can focus on in any which one you like. So if I say start here, you can see that we're listing all the 16 business areas here. So we're going to click on business model. When we do that, it will now present me with 5 questions, and just like the initial assessment, it will give you alternative multiple choice ways to answer this question. But now we're deep into one particular business area. In this example, it's business model. So the first question, how did you decide whether to sell direct or via channel partner? An important question when it comes to scaling a company and reaching new markets. And yeah, so here you have to look at and say, look, which one is actually closest to where we are right now, which could be we have not decided yet, way to go. Down here, by the way, it has a little remember text that says, reminds you of why this question is important. You can also make your reflections here that basically is for your own memory later on. And you probably will be doing this as co-founders together, as this is a key to your startup. As you work with financials or technical stuff and so on, you obviously have the founder or the team member that is in particular responsible for that area. Next question, do you allow a free trial period or a freemium offering? This is of course a key thing to remove barriers for customers to start using your product or service. So we can say yes, our business model is based on a freemium product, meaning that some is free. It's a bit like Pajago. So let's select that one. Next question is, are you offering a product as a service with recurring revenue? Now, this is of course an area where investors are very interested in see if you have a business model where you don't have to keep selling the same thing over and over again. You're selling more of a subscription. That could be, as we see now, not just for software, that's also the true for hardware. And we're seeing it in all areas of businesses, from cars to classic software, of course. So in this case, it says, well, 100% is there, or in the worst case, we don't offer our products as a service, but it's a one-off charge. Maybe you have a mix of software, some transactions, some services. So let's just say we pick that one. Are you basing your price on a customer measurable value that you deliver? Meaning, do you understand how much money you're saving for the customer or how much money you're making for the customer with your particular solution? This is an absolute key for software and hardware companies, and it means that you can demonstrate a true understanding of your customer's problem and how you solve it. So here all sorts of different levels of maturity. Maybe we haven't yet defined all the measurable units with customers, but we have an intention to do so later, for instance. Okay, let's just pick that one. Last question in this little batch. And by the way, you always get batches of 5 questions at the time. Is there a one-off price for any parts of your products, upfront fees, purchasing price, and so on, which often creates some kind of barrier if you have. So maybe we have a small upfront commitment fee to cover our cost of sales and ensure that customers don't churn too early. It could be a good thing as well, not always a negative thing. So now the magic happens, in that we are now going to get the system to tell us which parts of our answers were stronger than expected and which ones were expected. And if you have answers that were below the expectations, then that will be highlighted as well. And that would be relative to what your score is for your startup that you had from the initial assessment. So if you scored seed level or pre-seed level, If you answer these questions below that, you will get a red, otherwise it's yellow, or if it's better, in this case it's blue. But let's have a look at these, how we scored here. So how did we decide whether to sell direct to channel partners? Our answer was we have not decided yet. Here's an advice to improve. Consider carefully the pros and cons of selling direct via channel partners and so on. And then you have suggested tasks here. These tasks basically then goes to suggest that, well, maybe we should consider the pros and cons of selling direct or via channel partners. And also what channel partners would fit our solutions. Is it influencers, distributors, resellers, franchises, or agents? Or evaluate how we can become a self-service 100% product-led growth company rather than having to go out and do hand-to-hand combat when we want to win customers. So let's say we add that task. That makes sense. It feels like we should be looking at that. Maybe also we should look at this task. It makes also sense. What else have we got here? Are you basing your price on customer measurable value? Well, this is the tough one, wasn't it? We answered no. We don't. Now, suggested tasks are basically to spend more time with customers to intimately understand the problem and in measurable units. That means it will help us also to package and price our own product, of course, because now we can really understand if we save $100 for everything that they sell, maybe we should charge $20 for our product, or euros or Swedish kroner. So maybe we want to ask this task to this as well. So you hopefully understand the general concept of this. Here are all the tasks selected, and I can now continue. I'm going to leave all of these. You can open up and you can see all the various tasks suggested. I continue, and what happens now is that we have now generated 3 tasks. Here's the title, the business area. It's been assigned to my email. I can then now design the effort to do this, low, medium, high, and the priority, if you like. You can do that for all these tasks here. We can also get tips for completing the tasks by pressing this button here. The system will now go out and say, well, how do I actually go and execute these tasks? So as you can see here now, we are gradually populating the description of this. Talks about how we conduct research on selling direct and via channel partners, analyze target markets, consider the level of control you want, and so on and so forth. So for each of these tasks, we now have detailed descriptions. But you can also go in here and edit this and add your own thoughts if you like. So we're done with that. We submit it. And now we have created these first level up tasks. We have already completed this one, which was actually do the level up task. So we can cross that out. And here you can sort them by business areas. Due date, if you like, automatically it adds 30 days due dates to them. Now, if we go back to the dashboard, you can now see that we have now started to work on the business model. We have done 35% assessment progress, and our score has moved to 37%. So as you go all through this, now you can continue and continue with a level up wizard and complete the business model, or you can also go and do some other, like founders and management, for instance, in any which order you like. But you should be doing it probably in the order that you feel makes sense to you and the program that you're on. So lastly, I just want to show that I can also click on business model here now, and I can see the progress that we have so far. I can also see where we are. Business model now is aligned with my overall score. I can also click here to get some more detailed level up advice and additional questions that investors might ask. So with that, good luck with this, and I hope you will enjoy it.